Good afternoon to all of you. Am I audible and visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for reply. So only 29 students have joined. So just we will wait for 2 more minutes till the time students will join to this lecture. Okay. Let them join. Because only 29 students are there. Yes. Students are increasing now. Joining one by one. Join fast so that we will start the lecture within 2 minutes. Join it fast. Okay, let them join one by one. We will revise whatever we have studied in the last lecture. Okay, and then we will start with the today's content. Okay, just we will take a quick revision, quick recap. We will take. I'm sharing the screen. Please tell me if screen is visible or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes. So in the last lecture, what we were discussing? We were discussing about the supporting verb and chart. Huh?
Chart of supporting and main verbs.
Yes, chart of supporting and main verbs that we were discussing. Okay, and we were also discussing simultaneously about the tenses. Okay, we are studying tenses in this chart simultaneously. Okay, so don't take it lightly, because parallelly we are covering supporting verbs also and structure that is needed for the tenses also. So we are doing it parallelly. Okay, so in the first chart, okay, the first table that we have discussed, it was of the simple tenses. Okay, just we are going to take a quick recap of that. Okay, so in the last lecture, we have discussed about the simple tenses. Okay, simple tenses which are denoting facts or realities. Okay, and the subtenses, main three tenses are there: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Okay, and the subtense that we were discussed was the simple. Okay, simple tense denoting facts or realities. Okay, so first we have discussed about the structure. In the simple present tense, we use structure, and that structure is subject plus am, is, are plus noun or adjective. This is the sentence structure for the facts, or for showing or denoting the facts in the present. वर्तमान काळातल्या फॅक्ट्स सांगण्यासाठी आपण काय करतो, तर हे स्ट्रक्चर वापरतो. दिस स्ट्रक्चर वी यूज subject plus am, is, are plus noun or adjective. So here we can take noun also and adjective also. Okay, for example, if I am a teacher, I will say that I am a teacher. So a teacher is the noun here. Okay, or you can take adjective also. Okay, if smart is the adjective, take for example smart. So if subject, I am going to use subject you. Okay, so you are smart. Okay, so here subject plus are plus adjective. So noun or adjective, you can take any of these. Okay, so in for showing the facts or for showing the realities in the present, we use structure in the present tense and simple present tense, that is subject plus am or is or are plus noun or adjective. This is about the simple tense in the present, present tense in the simple form. Okay, or simple present tense. Then when we are talking about the facts in the past, okay, when we are talking about the facts in the past, we generally use the simple past tense. Okay, we use simple past tense for telling about the facts or incidents in the past. For example, I was a student. So this was the fact. Okay, I was the student before 5 years. So this was the fact in the past. ही काय आहे, फॅक्ट आहे किंवा रियालिटी आहे कुठली, पास्ट मध्ये. ओके, 5 वर्षांपूर्वी जेव्हा मी स्टुडंट होतो तेव्हाची ही रियालिटी आहे किंवा फॅक्ट आहे. ओके, सो फॉर शोइंग द फॅक्ट और पास्ट, फॅक्ट और reality in the past, we make use of simple past tense, and the structure that we use for formation of the sentence is subject plus was or were plus noun or adjective. So if I'm taking the subject as I was a student. So a student is a noun. Okay, it is a noun phrase. Why? Because noun is the main component of that phrase. Okay. Is, though it is article or modifier, this is not is not the main part of that phrase. Noun is the main part of that phrase. That's why a teacher or a student is or that becomes the noun phrase. Okay, so subject plus was or were plus noun or adjective. This is the sentence structure with which we form the sentences in the past. Okay, and we show or we denote facts in the past with this sentence structure. So this is about the simple past tense. And for future, okay, in the future, simple future tense, we use subject plus shall be or will be. Okay, shall be or will be plus noun or adjective. Okay, so subject plus shall be or will be plus noun or adjective. This is the sentence structure that we use in the for showing the facts or assumed facts in the future tense. Okay, so this chart we have discussed in the last lecture, and the supporting verb that we use for all of these tenses are, for simple present tense we use am for I. Okay, is for he, she, it, that is third person singular pronouns. Okay, and are is used for all of the plural pronouns, that is we, you, they, all. Okay, these, those. So these are the uses of supporting verb. In the simple past tense, was is the supporting verb we use for I, he, she, it, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, everyone, everybody, this and that. And where is used for we, you, they, all, these, those, some, and many. Okay, so was is mainly used for the singular pronouns, that is I, he, she, it, and where is used for plural pronouns, that is we, you, and they. In simple future tense, shall be is used for I and we. Okay, after I and we have to use shall be, and will be is used for you, he, she, it, they, someone, somebody. So this is the differentiation. Okay, this is the difference between these two. Shall be is only used for I and we. We can use will be also for I and we, but shall be is the most appropriate verb. Okay, supporting verb. So this is about the simple tenses showing the facts or realities. Moving towards the next chart. Let's see the next chart. Yes, it is the simple tenses denoting possession or ownership. Simple tenses denoting possession or ownership. Possession, ताबा. Ownership, मालकी. Okay, मालकी किंवा ताबा दाखवण्यासाठी आपण काय करतो? Have, has, had. Shall have, will have. या verbचा, supporting verbचा use करतो. Okay, so for present tense, okay, for present tense we use have and has, have or has. And when have is used for all except have is used for all plural pronouns except only I. Okay, I is the singular pronoun, first person singular, but in English we use have after I also. Okay, So only I is the exception, and for remaining plural pronouns we use have. Okay, so have is used after I, we, you, they, and etc. etc. All, a few, many, some, these, those, etc. etc. So have केव्हा वापरतो आपण तर whatever plural pronouns are there, okay, for example we, you, they, okay, so for all these pronouns we use have, okay, but exception is that after I, though I is the singular first person singular pronoun, we use have after I also. So only exception is I, okay. And has is used for third person singular pronouns. For example, he, she, it. Okay, has केव्हा वापरतो आपण तर थर्ड पर्सन सिंग्युलर प्रोनाउन्सच्या पुढे आपण has वापरतो. आणि एक्झाम्पल्स आर he, she, it, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, this and that. Okay, so have and has in present tense we use have or has for the formation of sentence. Let's look at the sentence structure. The sentence structure for simple tenses denoting possession is subject plus have or has plus noun or noun phrase. Okay, subject plus have or has plus noun or noun phrase. This is the sentence structure that we use for the formation of sentence in the present tense. Okay, subject plus have or has plus noun phrase. For example, I have a car. I have a car. Okay, माझ्याकडे कार आहे. This shows the possession of that car. Okay, माझ्याकडे कार आहे असं जेव्हा आपण म्हणतो तेव्हा आपण काय म्हणतो किंवा this shows the ownership of that car. Okay, so subject plus have or has plus noun or noun phrase. You can use noun phrase also. And another examples are yes, I have taken that. We have cars. आमच्याकडे कार आहेत. You have cars. तुमच्याकडे कार आहेत. They have cars. त्यांच्याकडे कार आहेत. All have cars. सगळ्यांकडे कार आहेत. Okay, so have is mainly used after plural pronouns and exception is only I. Okay, and for other, that is third person singular pronouns, he, she, it. Okay, for them we have to use has. Okay, so has is used after he, she, it. For example, let's see it with example. He has car. त्याच्याकडे कार आहे. She has car. Someone has car. Everyone has car. Everybody has car. Nobody has car. Okay, so for showing the ownership in present we make use of have or has. Let's move towards the past tense. So simple past tense denoting possession in the past. For showing or denoting the possession in past we use had as the auxiliary verb. Okay, we use had as the auxiliary verb for showing the possession in the past. भूतकाळात आपल्याकडे एखादी गोष्ट होती असं जेव्हा आपण एखाद्या गोष्टीबद्दल सांगत असतो तेव्हा आपण वापरतो had. Okay, I had notebooks. माझ्याकडे नोटबुक होत्या. or I had bungalow in Mumbai. माझ्याकडे मुंबईमध्ये माझा bangla hota. Okay, so this shows the possession in the past. At present time I have no bungalow in Mumbai. आता माझ्याकडे बंगलो आहे का मुंबईमध्ये? नाही, किंवा असूही शकतो. ओके, so for showing the possession in the past we make use of had as the auxiliary form, and had is used for all the pronouns or all the subjects that are related with the tenses. Okay, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, everyone, everybody, this, that, all, a few, many, some, these, those. Okay, so had is used after each of these pronoun. यापैकी कुठल्याही प्रोनाउन पुढे तुम्ही प्रत्येक प्रोनाउन पुढे आपण काय करू शकतो? had वापरू शकतो. ओके, so and the sentence structure for the formation of sentence which shows the possession in the past is subject plus had plus noun or noun phrase. Subject plus had plus noun or noun phrase. This is the sentence structure. And let's look at the examples. I had cars. माझ्याकडे कार होत्या. ओके, भरपूर कार होत्या माझ्याकडे. असं जेव्हा आपण म्हणतो तेव्हा I had cars किंवा I had car, माझ्याकडे एक कार होती. ओके, we had cars, आमच्याकडे कार होत्या. You had cars, तुमच्याकडे कार होत्या. They had cars, त्यांच्याजवळ कार होत्या. All had cars, सगळ्यांकडे कार होत्या. ओके, so you can practice it with other noun or adjective also. तुम्ही त्याची practice करू शकता. Here you have to take any noun or any adjective and practice it. Okay, so for showing the ownership in the past we make use of had. Okay, let's look at the third one, that is future. The simple future tense for showing the possession or for showing the ownership, for showing the assumed ownership or for showing the assumed possession in the future, we make use of simple future tense. आपण simple future tense चा यूज केव्हा करतो? आपल्याकडे एखादी गोष्ट भविष्य काळात आपल्याकडे ती असेल असं जेव्हा आपण ऍज्युम करतो तेव्हा तसं ऍज्युम करण्यासाठी आपण काय वापरतो? तर सिंपल फ्युचर टेन्सचं सेंटेन्स स्ट्रक्चर वापरतो किंवा त्याचं ऑक्झिलरी वर्ब वापरतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, shall have, this verb, this auxiliary verb we use for showing the possession in the future. Okay, shall have, I shall have, we shall have. Okay, I shall have a bungalow or I shall have an industry. Okay, we shall have an institute. आपल्याकडं एक मोठी इन्स्टिट्यूट असेल. Okay, for showing that we make use of shall have, and shall have is used only after I and we. Don't use shall have after you, he, she, it, they. Okay, don't use that. We have to use shall have only after I and we. I आणि we नंतर आपण shall have वापरतो, and will have is used for remaining all. बाकीचे राहिलेले सगळ्यांसाठी आपण काय वापरतो? will have वापरतो. Nowadays we can use will have for I and we also. आपण आता काय करतो? आताच्या काळात will have सुद्धा वापरू शकतो I आणि we साठी. But the most suitable auxiliary verb for I and we is shall have. It impresses. Okay, impression, for making impression on the person we have to use appropriate auxiliary verbs. That is I shall have and we shall have. Will have is used after you, he, she, it, they, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, everyone, everybody, this, that, all, a few, many, some, these, those, etc., etc. And the structure, verb structure for making the sentence is subject plus shall have or will have. Okay, shall have or will have plus noun or noun phrase. This is the verb structure for the formation of sentence in the simple future tense. Okay, let's look at the examples. Example बघा आता. I shall have cars. माझ्याकडे भरपूर कार असतील भविष्य काळात. ओके, किंवा भविष्यात मी खूप भरपूर कारचा काय असेल, ओनर असेल. ओके, आय शॅल हॅव कार. माझ्याकडे एक कार असेल किंवा आय शॅल हॅव कार्स किंवा माझ्याकडे अनेक कार असतील. ओके, और वी शॅल हॅव कार्स. आपल्याकडे कार असतील किंवा आपल्याकडे कार असेल किंवा वी शॅल हॅव कार्स. आपल्याकडे कार असतील. ओके, ही, शी, इट, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, you, they, all, a few, many, some will have car or cars. Okay, so for assumed ownership in the future, okay, for assumed ownership in the future, we make use of this sentence structure. आपण या sentence structure चा वापर करतो. Subject plus shall have or will have plus noun or noun phrase. So this is the chart which is denoting the possession or ownership. Okay, the possession or ownership in present, ownership in past, and assumed ownership in future. For present tense, we make use of have or has plus noun. For past tense, we make use of subject plus had plus noun or noun phrase. So it shows the ownership in the past. भूतकाळातली ओनरशिप, मालकी दाखवण्यासाठी आपण याचा वापर करतो. And for assumed ownership in future, we make use of this verb structure. Okay, is it understood? समजलं सगळ्यांना?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so let's move towards the next chart. While lecture is going on, just try to make an habit to write at least sentence structure. Okay, हे जे sentence structure आहे ते तरी किमान तुमच्या वहीमध्ये लिहून घेत चला. Okay, so that you won't forget it. तुम्ही ते विसरणार नाही. Okay,
Yes, sir.
just write down that sentence structure and one example below that. Also here denote that a simple tense denoting possession or ownership. Okay, and after that here you have to write present, here you have to write past, and in the third column you have to write future. Okay, present, past and future, and then write down this verb structure for the formation of the sentence. And after that write down one example. You can take any noun or noun phrase. Okay, don't take this example only. Don't only take this car. Okay, you can take any noun, any other noun. You can take that. You can write there. Have you done with the write-up? झालं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's move towards the next chart. Yes, this is the simple tense denoting actions. Okay. So this is the third chart. That is simple tense denoting the actions. आता आपण action denoting जे verbs आहेत ते आपण या चार्ट मध्ये बघणार आहोत. ते कसे वापरायचे. Okay. In the present tense, okay, whatever the action denoting verbs are there, we make use of that, but we have to add do or does or did or shall or will. Okay, you have to add these all supporting verbs. Okay, for simple tenses denoting the actions. Okay, so in the simple tense, simple present tense, okay, the auxiliary verb we use for denoting the action in the present form, we use do or does. Present tense मध्ये आपण do किंवा does चा यूज करतो. ओके, सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये आपण for denoting action we make use of do or does. And when to use do and when to use does, that we are going to discuss. So do is used after I, we, you, they, all, these and those. So mainly you can identify that, or you can consider that do is used after plural subjects. Okay, plural subjects. Only exception is I. Okay, only exception is I. आपण फक्त I पुढेच फक्त do वापरतो. बाकी सगळ्या प्लुरल प्रोनाउन पुढे किंवा सब्जेक्ट पुढे आपण वापरतो do. Okay, so mainly for the plural pronouns or subjects we make use of do as the supporting verb, and does is used for he, she, it, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, this and that. So does is used after he, she, it, that is third person singular pronouns. Okay, third person singular pronouns. After these we use does. Okay, and someone, somebody, no one, nobody, this and that, these are also the singular subjects. Okay, हे सुद्धा काय आहेत तर सिंग्युलर सब्जेक्ट आहेत. ओके, किंवा प्रोनाउन सुद्धा म्हणू शकतो. दिस दॅट हे सुद्धा डेमॉन्स्ट्रेटिव्ह प्रोनाउन्स आहे. ओके, डेमॉन्स्ट्रेटिव्ह प्रोनाउन आहे. समवन, समबडी, नो वन, नोबडी, दिस इज ऑल्सो द singular pronoun. Okay, so take the note that do is used after plural pronouns, that is I, we, you, they, all, these and those. Only exception is I. Okay, exception त्याला फक्त I च आहे. Okay, and does is used after third person singular pronouns, that is he, she, it, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, this, that. Okay, so this is the auxiliary verbs. These are the auxiliary verbs in the present tense for denoting the actions, and we make use of first form of verb, that is MV1, that is present form of the verb. Okay, आपण यामध्ये प्रेझेंट फॉर्मचा वर्बचं जे प्रेझेंट रूप आहे, प्रेझेंट टेन्स मधलं रूप आहे ते आपण इथं वापरतो. ओके, द सेंटेन्स स्ट्रक्चर फॉर द for denoting the actions in the present tense is subject plus do or does plus MV1. Subject plus do or does plus MV1, that is present form of the verb plus object or complement. This is the sentence structure or verb structure for the present tense denoting action. Subject plus do or does plus MV1 plus object or complement. Here, do is used after singular pronouns. Okay, singular subject किंवा singular pronoun नंतर आपण काय वापरतो? नाही, एक मिनिट, sorry. Do is used after plural pronouns. Exception is I. Okay, I is the first person singular, and only I is the exception to this rule. Okay, do is used after plural pronouns, and does is used after singular pronouns, that is third person singular pronouns, he or she or it, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, this and that. And after that we use object or complement. Okay, so this is the sentence structure. Let's look at the example. The first example is I solve problems. I solve problems. In present tense, we use either s or es suffix, but I is what it is. Though it is singular pronoun, we use do after that. Okay, we can use it as I do solve problems, or in short, generally we use I solve problems. बघा, आपण शॉर्ट करण्याचा शक्यतो आपण काय करतो, प्रयत्न करतो. ओके, आपण असं म्हणतो का आय डू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लेम्स, असं म्हणतो का आपण? नाही म्हणत का? म्हणतो आपण असं? येस, रिप्लाय. आय डू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लेम्स असं आपण किचकट बोलायचा प्रयत्न करतो का?
No, sir.
No, we generally make easiness in the formation of the sentence. Okay, I solve problems. Okay, and for we, you, they, all, some, few, many. Okay, these are the plural pronouns, all of these except I. Okay, so we, you, they, all, some, a few, many. Okay, these are the plural pronouns. We make use of do. Okay, but we add this do in the verb, that is solve. Do हे solve मध्ये ऍड केलं तरी काय राहतं, तेच राहतं. ओके, कारण प्रेझेंट फॉर्म आहे तो वर्बचा. डू हे सुद्धा ऍक्शन डिनोटिंग वर्ब आहे, आणि सॉल्व हे सुद्धा ऍक्शन डिनोटिंग वर्ब आहे. पण ऍड करतो तेव्हा आपण सॉल्वचं सॉल्वच राहतं. आता ह्याच्यामध्ये when we are using this verb, okay, when we are using this verb after third person singular pronouns or singular pronouns, he, she, someone, somebody, nobody, no one, then we add does. Okay, does हे आपण केव्हा ऍड करतो, तर थर्ड पर्सन सिंग्युलर प्रोनाउन जेव्हा सब्जेक्ट म्हणून येतं वाक्यामध्ये, तेव्हा आपण डज ऍड करतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, ही डज सॉल्व प्रॉब्लेम्स, शी डज सॉल्व प्रॉब्लेम्स, समवन डज सॉल्व प्रॉब्लेम्स, नोबडी डज सॉल्व प्रॉब्लेम्स. पण बट डू वी से दॅट, आपण असं म्हणतो का बोलताना? लिहिताना आपण लिहू शकतो हे असं. पण while pronunciation of this sentence we add this does in solve. solve मध्ये आपण does ऍड करतो आणि त्याचं होतं solves. ओके, yes, s or es, किंवा आपण s or es हा जो सफिक्स आहे तो verb मध्ये ऍड करतो. ओके, तेव्हा त्याचं होतं solves. Okay, you can take here any of the verb. कुठलेही वर्ब घेऊ शकता तुम्ही. ओके, कट म्हणा. ओके, ही इथं आपण आय घेतलं असेल, आय कट अन ऍपल, मी ऍपल कापतो. And when we use it after he she it, he she it किंवा someone somebody या सिंग्युलर प्रोनाउन नंतर आपण जेव्हा एखादं वर्ब ऍक्शन डिनोटिंग वर्ब वापरतो तेव्हा काय करतो आपण, we add s or es suffix to that verb. आपण याच्या ह्या रूट वर्डच्या नंतर s किंवा es suffix काय करतो, ऍड करतो. For example, he cuts an apple. Okay, he cuts an apple. So an apple is the object. Okay, here an apple is the object in the sentence. He cuts an apple, she cuts an apple, someone cuts an apple, somebody cuts an apple, nobody cuts an apple. Okay, so this we use for denoting the actions in the present form. Okay. So, and at the last, uses, when to use this structure. Okay, when to use this structure for denoting the habitual actions. Okay, for denoting the universal truths, for denoting the scientific truths, for denoting the routines, for denoting the fixed timetable. Habitual actions, आपण दररोज ज्या गोष्टी करतो त्या गोष्टी शो करण्यासाठी, दाखवण्यासाठी आपण या टेन्सचा यूज करतो, सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्सचा. देन फॉर शोइंग द युनिव्हर्सल ट्रूथ्स, वैश्विक सत्य. Whatever habitual actions, in the habitual actions, whatever actions we do it in the on the daily basis, that comes under the habitual actions. For example, I wake up early in the morning. So here wake up, here we have used do. Okay, I do wake up, but do is silent here. Okay, I wake up early in the morning, then I brush my teeth. Okay, I take bath, I eat breakfast in the morning, then I went for then I go to college. Okay, I take lectures there, then I return to my home, I do my daily work, दररोजचं मी माझं काम पूर्ण करतो, then I take my dinner in the evening, and in the night I go for bed, I sleep, I go for sleep. असं आपण आपलं डेली रुटीन सांगण्यासाठी आपण प्रेझेंट टेन्सचा यूज करतो. ओके, देन फॉर हॅबिच्युअल ऍक्शन्स, व्हॉट एव्हर हॅबिच्युअल ऍक्शन्स आर दॅट, म्हणजे आपली एखादी सवय असेल, आय डेली गो टू स्कूल. ओके, आय अटेंड द लेक्चर्स. दीज आर द हॅबिच्युअल ऍक्शन्स. ओके, so these are the habitual actions. We can show it with the present tense. For universal truth, what are the universal truths? There are many universal truths. For example, the sun rises in the east, Surya purvela ugavto. This is the universal truth. Okay, can we change the direction of sun? आपण सूर्याची दिशा बदलू शकतो का? किंवा सूर्याला
No,
आपण
sir.
सांगू शकतो का की पूर्वेला
No.
उगवू नको म्हणून? Is it that? Can we say that?
No.
No, sir.
This is not in our hands. Okay, that's why this is called as the universal truths. Then sun sets in the west. Sun, सूर्य पश्चिमेला मावळतो. The earth moves around the sun. Earth moves around the sun. पृथ्वी काय करते? सूर्याभोवती फिरते. Okay, so moves here, earth is the third person singular subject. Okay, we can take it, we can use it, okay, for that earth. What pronoun we can use? It. This is the pronoun we can use for earth. So it moves around the sun किंवा the earth moves around the sun. पृथ्वी सूर्याभोवती काय करते? प्रदक्षिणा घालते किंवा फिरते. This is called as the universal truth. We cannot change it. Okay, so that's why for habitual actions, for universal truths, for scientific truths, whatever scientific truths are there, okay, for example, whatever principles are there in your physics, okay, that principles are denoted with the simple present tense. Okay, simple present tense ना आपण कुठली फिजिक्स मधली तुमची प्रिन्सिपल असतात. ओके, वेलोसिटीची असतील किंवा कुठलीही ती प्रिन्सिपल कशा कुठल्या भाषेत असतात तर प्रेझेंट टेन्स, सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये असतात. ओके, फॉर एव्हरी ऍक्शन देयर इज इक्वल अँड ऑपोजिट रिएक्शन. So this is also the present tense sentence. Okay, हे present tense मधलं sentence आहे आणि हे काय आहे तर scientific truth आहे. Okay, and fixed timetables, whatever fixed timetables are there, we make use of present tense, simple present tense denoting action. For showing the actions in the past, okay, for showing or denoting the actions which had taken in the past, we make use of did. आपण कशाचा यूज करतो तर आपण did हे वापरतो. ओके, पास्ट टेन्स मध्ये एखादी घटना, whatever action that has happened in the past, for showing that action we make use of the auxiliary verb, and that auxiliary verb is did. आणि did आपण कशापुढे वापरतो? For each and every subject or each and every pronoun we make use of did. Did हे कशानंतरही येतं, कुठल्याही सब्जेक्ट नंतर आपण did वापरू शकतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, everyone, everybody, this, that, all, these means students, or take any of this name. Okay, noun कुठलेही घेऊ शकता तुम्ही. स्टुडंट्स घ्या, टीचर्स घ्या, इंजिनियर्स, whatever. Okay, these ह्याच्या अंडर काही येत. ओके, these म्हणलं की त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही कुठलंही नाउन यूज करू शकता. टीचर यूज करा किंवा कुठलंही इंजिनियर करा, डॉक्टर असेल, लेक्चरर असेल, सायंटिस्ट असेल. ओके, सो यू कॅन यूज एनी ऑफ द नेम. आणि did हे सगळ्यांपुढे यूज करू शकतो आपण. ओके, सो did is used for each and every subject. And structure, verb structure that we use for the past tense is subject plus did plus mv1. इथे सुद्धा आपण कशाचा यूज करतो तर वर्बच्या फर्स्ट फॉर्मचा. पण जेव्हा आपण did हे त्या वर्ब मध्ये ऍड करतो तेव्हा आपण काय करतो, आयदर वी ऍड इट टू द मेन वर्ब, and after addition of that did in the main verb it becomes ed. We add ed suffix to that main verb. Okay, आपण did either त्याच्यामध्ये ऍड करू शकतो किंवा आपण ed suffix कुठे वापरतो तर वर्बच्या नंतर वापरतो. ओके, so the structure, verb structure for the past tense, simple past tense is subject plus did plus mv1 plus object or complement. Okay, look at the examples. The example is I solved problems. मी काय केले तर मॅथमॅटिक्स चे प्रॉब्लेम सोडवले. मॅथमॅटिक्स असतील, फिजिक्स असतील किंवा ऍप्टिट्यूड असतील. ओके, I solved problems. मी प्रॉब्लेम सोडवले. We solved problems. आम्ही प्रॉब्लेम सोडवले. You solve problems. तुम्ही प्रश्न सोडवले. They solved problems. त्यांनी प्रश्न सोडवले. All solved problems. सगळ्यांनी सोडवले. He solved. त्यांनी सोडवले. She solved. तिनं सोडवले. Someone solved. कुणीही सोडवले. Somebody solved. कुणीतरी एकानं सोडवले. Some solved. म्हणजे काही जणांनी सोडवले. A few. काही त्यापैकी काही जणांनी. A few म्हणजे काही जणांनीच सोडवले. Many solved. बऱ्याच जणांनी सोडवले किंवा पुष्कळ लोकांनी सोडवले. Nobody solved. कुणीही सोडवले नाही. So did is used for each and every subject or pronoun. Okay. So for showing the actions happened in the past, okay, we make use of simple past tense. Okay. Actions happened or done in the past. भूतकाळात कुठल्या ज्या घटना घडलेल्या असतील त्या दर्शवण्यासाठी आपण वापरतो या सेंटेन्स स्ट्रक्चरचा यूज करतो. ओके. सो दिस इज अबाउट द पास्ट टेन्स. Let's see the third one, that is future tense. Okay. So in the simple future tense, we make use of shall plus mv1. Shall plus mv1. Shall आणि verbचं पहिलं रूप, क्रियापदाचं पहिलं रूप असं आपण वापरतो. आणि shall हे केव्हा वापरतो आपण? I and we. After I and we or for I and we make use of shall. And will is used for remaining all. बाकीच्या सगळ्यांसाठी आपण वापरतो will. Okay. You, he, she, it, they, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, guess, that, all, these, those. So mainly shall is used after I and we, and will is used for remaining all. Okay. And the verb structure that we use for this type of tense is subject plus shall or will plus mv1 or v1 plus object plus complement. क्रियापदाचं पहिलं रूप वापरतो आपण. ओके. Subject plus shall or will plus mv1 म्हणजेच present form of the verb किंवा पहिलं रूप. ओके. Plus object plus complement. Object or complement. Okay. So this is the sentence structure or verb structure. Let's look at the examples. The first example is I shall solve problems. मी प्रॉब्लेम काय केले असते? सोडवले असते. सो इट इज द assumed action in the future. ओके. आपण ही क्रिया फ्युचर मध्ये केली असती असं जेव्हा आपण assume करतो, when we assume it that action will be done in the future, ती क्रिया मी भविष्य काळात केली असती असं जेव्हा आपण दाखवतो तेव्हा त्याच्यासाठी आपण वापरतो I shall solve problems. मी प्रश्न सोडवले असते. We shall solve problems. आपण प्रश्न सोडवले असते. ओके. So for I and we are using shall, and for remaining all, that is he, she, it, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, you, they, all, we make use of will plus mv1. Will plus first form of the verb. Okay. So he will solve problems. त्याने प्रश्न सोडवले असते. She will solve problems. तिने प्रश्न सोडवले असते. Someone will solve problem. कुणीतरी एकाने प्रश्न सोडवले असते. ओके. नॉट सोडवले असते. आपण मराठीमध्ये काय म्हणू शकतो? इथं सोडवेल असं म्हणतो है ना. बरोबर आहे का? I shall solve problems. मी प्रश्न सोडवेन. ओके, इज
Yes,
इट?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I was wrong during the first. Okay, पहिल्यांदा मी चुकीचा होतो. आता असं घ्या, असं अर्थ त्याचा घ्यायचा की I shall solve problems. मी प्रश्न सोडवेन. Okay, he shall solve problem or he, yes, for he, she, it we are using will. Okay, he will solve problems. तो प्रश्न सोडवेल. She will solve problems. ती प्रश्न सोडवेल. Someone will solve problems. कोणीतरी एक जण प्रश्न सोडवेल. ओके, nobody will solve problems. कुणीही प्रश्न सोडवणार नाही. ओके, so whatever the actions that are planned for showing that we make use of this structure. फ्युचर मधल्या ऍक्शन्स ज्या असतील, आपण प्लॅनिंग काहीतरी केलेलं असतं. ओके, सो फॉर दॅट प्लॅन्ड ऍक्शन्स वी मेक यूज ऑफ future tense and we make use of this structure. Okay, is it understood? हा समजला चार्ट सगळ्यांना?
Yes, sir.
So write down this also in your notebook. Verb structure or sentence structure, and after that, below that, write down at least one example of that. Okay,
Yes.
or take the screenshot and write it down in your notebook. Let's take the attendance first. Yes, it's almost 4 o'clock. I will mark attendance. Okay. I have. I will mark attendance. Okay, I am not going to call your roll numbers. I will call roll numbers of absent students only. Okay, pause the screen. $53 students are there. Okay, so I think 9 students are absent. Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll number 5. Roll number 5 not present. 6, 7. Roll number 19. 20. Roll number 20. 21. Roll number 28. Roll number 42. Roll number 45. Roll number 54. '56. Roll number 56. Students are 61, 62. Roll number 62. Okay. So the absent roll numbers are roll number 5, roll number 20, 21, 28, 42, 45, 54, 56, and 62. Is anybody present from these roll numbers? No? Okay. So all of the remaining 53 students, all of these 53 students are present for this lecture, and only 9 students are absent. Okay. So shall we end this meeting? Shall we stop here?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining this meeting. Thanks for attending this lecture. We will